Hey, this is Atlas here, and today I'm going to be reacting and giving you my first impressions of the song Lumière from Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I've been reading and listening nothing but incredible glowing reviews, glowing comments about this video game, and I'm very curious to see what they have in store for us, music-wise. So let's check it out. Boom!
Dim, dam, da, des lames, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, didididilam, luta sera dodilom, seram. Dim, dim, da, 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 dim, da, 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 dim, da, di, dam.
Oh my god.
Dans là-haut sera ravi, les toits à sur noir gris.
That's awesome, mate.
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle.
Okay, let's pause it right there because there's a lot of things that I already want to talk about, okay? The first one is that I think they're just using a string quartet, okay? So what this basically means is that by making use of a string quartet for the composition of this track, it makes it very intimate because there's a lower amount of instruments involved in the song. Therefore, you know, the performance of each instrument is going to be way more noticeable, way more in tune with, you know, the human touch of the performer that's not going to get buried by a wall of sound of an orchestra, for example. And they are also making use of very delicate, intimate, again, articulations like pizzicato and spiccato, used in a very subtle ways, you know, it's a light touch to it, you know, which adds to the intimacy aspect of the song. So I'm going to learn really quick the theme of the song, and I'll spare you the learning process, okay? And I'll be back in a second. Okay, so let's expand a little bit on that theme and how it relates to the storytelling of a track, okay? The first thing is that the theme is a little bit of, you know, sad to melancholic, just as it is. But it resolves in a note that it darkens the whole theme by quite a lot, which is this one. Now, the song itself presents an obstacle for me to really grasp and understand the whole picture because I don't speak French, and I think the lyrics are in French. And I couldn't really find any official translation to the lyrics, so I'm gonna go with, you know, what I have available to interpret this. So let's start with the title of the track, okay? It's called Lumière. And as far as I understand, Lumière means light in French, okay? So what I kind of understand is storytelling-wise is that there's some sort of melancholy, nostalgia, longing for something that was. Let's keep listening.
Oh, clair, obscur,
I understood that. Clair Obscur.
Clair obscur, guardé.
Clair Obscur. Yeah.
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, couvrera effet. obscur, gloire des hauts pins, tu trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouveras effet. Clair obscur, gloire des hauts pins, tu trouveras sans elle.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there very quickly just to point out that this song is very in the pocket. Like, it doesn't come too much far out of the main thematic melody of the whole track. Like, it stays very much in that pocket or very close to that. So what the composer did was just add more textures to it to kind of spread out the sound. You can hear that there's like a piano riffing in the back, whereas before there wasn't any. And it applies like a variety to the texture that the acoustic guitar was implementing in the previous cue. Let's keep listening. This is great counterpoint here, man. Sounds incredible. I love that. Oh! Now we have a whole choir. This is interesting. We return home. You see? We go back into the intimacy of the track of how it began. It stays in the pocket. No, that was gorgeous, mate. Okay, I have to add a couple of things for the ending, and it is that we have a choir, a full choir here at the end, you know, singing the choir of the song, but also the main theme of it. And storytelling wise, what I can think of, like the first thing that I could think of, and it was like the first impression that I got, is that it's basically all the people in this world is echoing that longing for that world that was before, you know, when it was clear, when it was Clair. The whole sentiment at the beginning is carried by the singer, which could be a character in the story or just, you know, one of the people of the Clair Obscur world that has this sentiment, and then it starts to be echoed by the whole town, let's say. People long for better days amidst this seemingly eternal darkness. I think it is a better way to articulate it. And that is the main reason why the song is called Light, because that's what maybe the singer even is, you know, longing for. I can't understand the lyrics, but internally that's when I can kind of feel she wants, you know, she longs for that world, the world before. And this whole motif is even in the name of the game, Clair Obscur. You know, in Spanish there's something called Claro Oscuro, which it's very similar to how it is in French, which talks about metaphorically about day and night, light and darkness, clear and obscure. You know, is that dichotomy, but that dichotomy that at the same time is so intertwined in between each other that one can't live without another. A couple of closing remarks that I would like to do is that, first of all, the singer did an incredible job I loved the rhythmic singing that she does, the ding ding da 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 ding ding dam. I don't know if that was like an ad-lib, something she improvised during the recording of this, or it was already written. But apart from that, she also does this, which seems to be another more organic ad-lib than the rhythmic one. But both of them were incredible additions to the performance of the music, regardless if they were improvised or not. And obviously, she's an absolutely fantastic singer. Without me understanding French, I got at least the main core of the sentiment and the emotion that he's trying to convey. Well, I don't know if it is correct or not, but that's how I felt during during the length of the music. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and check this Oblivion reaction that I did, alright? I'll see you there.